I laid out an example spread for my Know Thyself or Know Yourself spread so I can give you a quick explanation for you to understand my reading. Now there's 4 main cards. This is what you know, this is what is and can be yours, and this is self and self-awareness. And over here is the future card. And there's 4 clarification cards to each main card. And then up above is the energy of the reading card. And over on the right on the bottom is a rune, because I'll be doing a rune reading after the tarot reading. And on with the readings. Hi there, Aquarius. This is a general June reading that's a sequel to a June love reading that I did. Now, I just threw out a love reading to see how welcomed it would be on my YouTube channel, and also see how well liked the Lenormand cards are, because they're a different beast of their own. Now, there's been some changes going on, especially starting around April, with all of the retrograde planets, and I don't know, it was just an argument of time, very chaotic. And things mellowed out a little bit in May. There was some back drag. But here in June, it's more like smooth sailing. Now with some endings going on and new beginnings coming in our future, either the signs are required to make some decisions for new directions in their life path, or else they're making some readjustments. And I think here it's more readjustments for you. Now the overall energy of your reading is the 8 of Cups. You're emotionally walking away from something. Because it's cups, it's emotional. I don't know if it was you or somebody else that created a situation that maybe you gave too much to people. You sacrificed so other people could be happy, and they didn't even appreciate it. And in the end, they actually expected it. They didn't even realize or care that you went out of your way to help them. And now you want your power back. You want your life back. Your self-imposed bondage for other people has been draining you. These people have been emotional vampires. And they've been manipulating you with words. And the blame game. Oh, it was you that did it, not me. The funny thing about blame is it brings ownership. And in the end, you own the blame you gave to anyone. But they've been using words as power. And now you want to escape this situation. You're a person that likes to help collectively with the big citizenship. And you've helped too much. And it's now time to focus on yourself and your own desires and your needs. And you know now it's time to take a new journey. And maybe I spoke too soon, because you're not only making readjustments, but now you have to make some decisions on what direction you're going to be taking. And now this card is signifying that the grief, the isolation, and this painful time is eclipsing. But you're the one that's making this happen. Because now you're in the active search for what is missing in your life. Now over on the left, for what you know, you receive the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. The Queen of Swords is you. It's air, swords. This is personifying you and saying, I'm the actor involved in this. Now I have to go back and find myself again, because she's cut and dry. She carries the sword of truth. She doesn't use emotions to make decisions. She uses logic and reason. But here the King of Cups is reminding you that too, that you can have molten emotions and be like the center of the sun inside. But you can also personify yourself and project yourself to people where you're in control of your emotions and not using emotions to make your decisions. Because up in the 8 of Cups, somewhere in the middle of this, you used a lot of emotions. And it's nice to help people out, but you have to help yourself out. You have to love yourself before you can love other people. And the King of Cups here too is saying that listen to your intuition, because this is where the healing is going to come from. Because the king can actually ameliorate hurt emotions. He's really good at counseling through very difficult times. So he's saying, yeah, okay, I'm the grounding force for the Queen of Swords now. And now there is actually harmony. They're not polar opposites. They're working together. Now in the center for what is or can be yours, you receive the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Now let's reverse a little bit here. You got the Eight of Cups too, so 8 is the magic number. I saw this in another reading just recently that it was 7s. And 8 has a lot of different meanings. It can be karma. You reap what you sow. And maybe here you're taking on the responsibilities of what you did or what you overlooked and didn't do. But here I think the 8 means more of a cycle. They call it seasons of cycles, where it's more like children growing up and the year to year getting older. This is what my mother called sunrise and sunset. So now we're talking about cycles, but what I'm seeing from the Eight of Cups is something became a routine. A very undesirable routine that you want to break now. The Eight of Pentacles normally means that you're very talented and skilled, and you probably are. But here it means more like it's time to begin something new, a new project. Change. And you're mustering up the determination for this. And the Eight of Wands is normally about swift and sudden change, but I'm thinking more like an enthusiastic change. You're really looking forward to a renewal of your new life path, or a renewal of your life path. You've been holding yourself back, and all of a sudden now all you can see is freedom. Freedom from the bondage that you self-imposed. And over on yourself and self-awareness, you receive the Ten of Cups and the Five of Wands. Now the Ten of Cups is the happiness card. You can get a glimpse over the rainbow of cups to heaven. And it's usually about family happiness or emotional happiness. And I think now that you've walked away from something very devastatingly emotional, now you're starting to find yourself and some happiness within yourself. But the Five of Wands is saying that there's still some struggle and darkness and some personal conflict going on, and perhaps even the people that have manipulated you are telling you that you're wrong. Oh no, you shouldn't be changing, because they want you to stay on the same sheet of music that you've been on for a very long time and continue helping them. But you know, when you help other people and take on their responsibilities, you actually take on their energy, for the good or the bad. And you take on their karma too. And sometimes that's not a good thing. Now over in the future, you receive the Three of Wands and the Six of Wands. Now the Three of Wands is about movement. You've made some plans. You knew you wanted to change. You walked away from something. And the Three of Wands is movement. It's going forward. You're starting to launch your plans. You've acquired the strength now, after all the struggles, to change. And you're looking at yourself now for self-reliability. You want to boldly go out into the world and navigate it. And you're now empowering yourself to take control of your future. And the Six of Wands is a victory card. It's a victory over a competition or some kind of contest. And you might not have looked at the situation that you were in earlier as a competition or a contest, but it definitely was. And this is a card also about recognition. And I don't think this is a public recognition, more of a recognition within yourself that you succeeded to overcome a bad situation and you walked away from it. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.